Hello, welcome and welcome back everyone. Hope you're all doing good. So I'm just filming in a different location today because I haven't made a video here in a while. I mean, not even a proper video. Today, I'm actually going to do a little bit of a book mail haul because one of my really good friends from the UK, I'll put his picture here because he is my bestest best. I have my bestest bestie and my bestest best. So I love him dearly. But he has actually now sent me over some of my pre-orders from Waterstones and some other various places that have arrived, and I honestly can't remember what they are. So your guess is as good as mine. We do have a bunch of them. So we have these. So I believe some of them did get opened, some of them haven't been because I was like, he was going to send them anyway. But we're going to start with the smallest one and kind of go down. So there's only 4 books, we'll see what they are. But if they are the books I'm thinking about, I'm very excited because they're either books I've either already read and had them pre-ordered for a while, or I could even tell you. Let's just get to them. So the first one, I believe this is a Waterstones one. I mean, it shows Waterstones. Someone would assume a Waterstones one. Definitely a paperback though. So I believe these are all paperback. I think if there is one book I'm thinking there will be in this pile, that one could be a hardback. I'm kind of hoping. You're gonna get to see it before I do. Alright. Just so you guys keep my eyes shut. I'm gonna cry. So finally, I have my physical copy of Death Meets Cute by Jay Penner, and as I have talked about before, she is one of my auto-buy authors. I had the opportunity and the privilege of receiving an ARC copy of this book way at the beginning of this year actually, and I loved it. I fairly certain I rated it a 5-star. It was a very high up book for me. And she is the kind of author who mixes my two favorite things in books, kind of like cozy fantasy and baking, which makes me think, baking? See, the thing is, I don't remember. I think it was, but I don't remember actually seeing the recipes at the back of the ARC. Fairly certain it was, but the recipes are in the back of this as well, which is quite fun. So usually in her sorts of books, there'll be some element of baking, and throughout the book, you're reading about the whimsy, the fantasy, the baking, and always at the very end of her books, she'll leave recipes. I believe this one only leaves you the devil cupcakes. This one leaves you the demon's food. So I was actually right with demon's food, aka devil's cake. Chocolate cupcakes and buttercream, I think. Now, obviously I'm a baker and I am looking at this recipe. I believe it would work because naturally the grand thing about baking is that there's so many different recipes. I may give this one a try, but I'm always very curious when it comes to chocolate buttercream because for me, I use like actual melted chocolate. This one uses something different. We'll see. But this book follows along with Iris, and she is wanting to be bad. She wants to be an evil villain, and she eventually leaves her sisters after an argument, and she is needing to find a new henchman. And this unalived body kind of appears at her cottage, and she decides to resurrect him. So kind of with the help of her familiar Quince, who is a hedgehog, which we love, she resurrects this orc. Now, she kind of had to talk to him from the other side, kind of get a bargaining like connection. However, during that time, she was like, oh, he sounds very menacing. Talon, our lovely little orc, is nothing but an absolute sweetheart. He is a bean and he is an incredible baker. And Iris doesn't know what to do with that information because she wants someone menacing and someone that people will fear. Talon is not that. But then not only is she having issues with what she wants to do with Talon, but eventually her sisters appear at her cottage telling her that, hey, their magic is dwindling and they don't know why. They believe they're cursed. So not only is Iris trying to figure out how she feels about Talon, because there is feelings there, but she's trying to figure out as well what they have to do in order to save their magic. It's a very good book, and I definitely recommend it for those that love cozy fantasy books. It's a very good time. But I'm very happy to own a physical copy because it's not like a special, but it does have like just normal coloured sprayed edge, which adds a little bit of extra, so I appreciate it. So the next one I'm gonna open is one that's already slightly ajar. So I'm gonna keep this on this side. It's not coming out. Oh, I feel book. Right. Ah, hey, yeah. Oh, okay. So I recently read this. So this is, again, so I believe most of these are pre-orders. So this is Love Overboard by Candy Steiner. I'm fairly confident I read this in April, and I did put that in one of my wrap-up vlogs. And this was a very, very good book. And also, it does have really nice braid edge. It's like the ocean. It kind of like, see, there's something very satisfying about books. Right? You see that, yeah? You see that? It's like just a continuation. I love that. More books need to do that. But this book is very, very good. It's pretty much following along a crew on a very exclusive yacht cruise liner. And there is drama, there's romance. I am fairly certain I listened to this book because I remember saying, oh, I listened to it. It's the same narrator that does all of Kay Moranova's books. And your main character, Ember, she is becoming the chief stew, who is the kind of person that kind of makes sure everything's running well. However, she doesn't realize that one of her ex-partners, Finn, is also on the cruise with his new girlfriend, who is also on the cruise. I'm very happy to finally actually physically own a copy. Very good. So the next two are sealed, and me just feeling one of those boxes, I have a feeling it is what I'm thinking. So that one I'll do last. So let me do this one. So this one I believe is another Warzones one. I'm trying to actually think what it is. I'm not too sure. They're well packed in. Right. Oh! I did not think that was out yet. Me thinking. Yeah, she checks out. Oh, no. So one thing I have discovered, so before I actually show what this book is, one thing I've discovered, kind of a tangent, is that I did get added onto like various different street teams for books releasing and stuff. I have discovered a thing. So it's not a bad thing. It's definitely a me thing, that I kind of feel a little bit overwhelmed with it all, with street team stuff. Because for me, I do feel like, oh God, I need to read this book, otherwise I'll be kicked out. And realistically, I don't think that does happen. But it kind of puts pressure on me to read a book, right? And I'm not really a personal fan of that, but I'm fairly certain it is absolutely fine. Again, just a me thing. So this book I just got is actually part of one of the street teams I am a part of for L.J. Andrews. And that's The Ever King by L.J. Andrews. So this, I believe what's happened is that this just recently got released as a UK paperback, and I have wanted to either listen or read this for the longest time. And when I saw that these books were getting released, like I think end of last year, that they were getting released as paperback, I pre-ordered this one, and the one after it, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, I'll put it here. So that one is coming, I think, next month. So this book, I'm fairly certain is some sort of like Peter Pan dark romance. Fairly certain. But whenever I read the premise of it, I was like, oh, I'll do that for you. They stole his crown, so he stole their daughter. For years, the scarred king of the Ever Kingdom has thought of nothing but vengeance against the man who killed his father and trapped him beneath the waves, making him a prisoner in his own realm, until his enemy's daughter unintentionally breaks the divide between kingdoms, and Eric is free to make her the unwitting pawn in his brutal game of revenge. She's innocent, he's vicious, but he will take back what he lost, no matter the price. I don't think this is a Peter Pan thing. It says, welcome to the passionate world of the Ever Kingdom, where pirates, sirens, and fae collide with Vikings in a dark fantasy romance. Why am I getting Ariel? I'm getting Ariel more. I swear I heard that this was like some sort of like slight dark retelling. Might be Ariel. Maybe I'm wrong, who knows. But I'm very excited to actually own a copy because now I can actually read it. So now we're on to the final book. Now, let me just get the box open. I think if this is the book I'm thinking of, I'm very excited. It does mean then I will have 2 copies. We'll see. Why are boxes so hard to open? Because I'm a dilapidated spoon. Now, it is what I'm thinking. So, it is from the Portobello Company. So, the Portobello Bookshop. So, I had attended an online event for this book. And on the back it says, "Many thanks for your order, the Portobello Bookshop team." You can... That's giving me doctor vibes. How many paracetamol? 2? Okay. So, got a little postcard. Cute. And nice little bookmark. And then, if this is actually, because I think there was like an extra little thing you got with it. So we have the book, nicely wrapped. I didn't actually remember if it's going to have what I think it's going to have. I'm a happy chappy. Oh. Okay, so I didn't remember that there would also be a little extra. So I am a very big sucker for tote bags. We have a tote bag. Yeah, what does it even say? Obligatory promotional tote. You know what? I love a promotion. But of course, the book is The Ending Writes Itself. So Evelyn Clark is the pseudonym for V.E. Schwab, Victoria Schwab, and Kat Clark. They duo wrote this. It's very cool. So I believe this is the special edition for this bookstore. So we have a little lock and key area. So again, this is one of my most anticipated books this year. And I've been kind of holding off to get this book because I'm going to read this one. Because naturally I did get the Illumicrate version, which I did an unboxing for. You can see that somewhere. And the book... I'm sorry, I just opened the book. Oh my God. So we actually have a bookmark as well as 6 authors, I can't read that backwards. 6 authors, 1 private island, 72 hours to write the killer ending. So, rated PG. I didn't realize it's gonna have like custom thing underneath. So we have this special custom hardcover and it says, "Everyone lies, but writers lie well." And it's just literally just foiling. A little blood drip. And then we have the title, little lock, and then on the back we have just like little symbols: fountain pen, knife, and a skull, because of course. But then, so I opened it and I noticed one thing, which was the bookmark, and then I noticed very cool custom end papers. I really like the color, and it's the same on both sides. But of course, where the bookmark was, the book is also signed. Very happy. So I'm very excited to read this. So I'm very excited to read this. I would love, if I could read this month, I would be so happy. Because I genuinely wanted to read this copy. And now I have it. But before I put the cover back on, I can't read you the synopsis. Because I actually don't think on the Illumicrate one there was one. So it says, obviously I said the 6 authors thing. World famous author Arthur Fletch is dead. His final novel, the most anticipated book in history, remains unfinished, but the ending won't write itself. It's the title. When 6 struggling authors are invited to Fletch's private Scottish island, already sold. I was sold at the very start of last year. And presented with the opportunity of a lifetime, the plot thickens. Whoever writes a worthy ending will receive a game-changing book deal and $2 million. And a pony. Why have they been chosen to attend? Who is behind the invitation? And just how far would they go to secure a place on the bestseller list? They have just 27... I can actually say numbers. They have just 22 hours... Where is 22 coming from? Hold on. They have just 72 hours, a typewriter, and a blank page. All they have to do is write. Starting is often the hardest part, but getting to the end could be murder. There's been a murder. Oh, my Scottish there coming out. You're welcome. So yeah, that's all the books I got. So I'm fairly certain that there will be quite a few more coming. I know that I have quite a few also waiting for me at my mum and dad's house in Scotland. I also know there will be a couple more going to my best friend. So watch your space. There could be more book mail in the future. But which book are you most excited for? Which one was your favorite edition? I can't say that my Queen's book is not my favorite. Like, I'm just so excited to have that copy. Plus it came with the extras, but being realistic, I'm just super excited now to finally own a physical copy of Death Meets Cute because I've been really excited to own that one physically. But all of these books I'm very excited about. Naturally, I've already read 2 of them, so they're more trophy pieces. I am very excited though to finally have The Ever King and to hopefully, fingers crossed, get reading it sooner than later. But yeah, that is all the book mail. So thank you all so much for being here. If you want to let me know that you were here and don't know what to say, just leave like a box. I mean, it was a book mail video. Just leave me a box. That way I know that you were here. And if you've also received any interesting book mail recently, let me know in the comments because I'm always curious about what people receive, what you guys order, pre-order, etc. So, thank you all for being here. Naturally, if you enjoyed this video, nice and chill one today, leave a like, leave a comment, naturally subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. So yeah, I'm gonna go. And until next time, take care, and I'll see you when I see you.